Hello, I'm Dita and thank you for watching my channel. Today I have the beautiful Rocha Jay.
Hi.
And I'm going to interview her, well, probably interrogate you really, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to asking you lots of questions.
Ooh, bring it on.
It's been ages since I've seen you.
I know, so long.
Right, so I'm just going to throw a couple of, well, I say a couple, I've got like a list of questions that I want to ask you. So first of all, how did you get into modelling?
Basically, I don't even remember how I actually got into it. Like, what was the day that I was a model? Like, it was like loads of different things kept happening. And then I got published through a photographer called COHEN, and then he got me into the Sunday Sport, and then I got an agent from that.
Yeah.
So, but I'd been like having the few odd pictures before and doing promo stuff before, and that always kind of ends up in a bit of modelling.
Yeah, well, promo always does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you always seem to be kind of standing there. Oh, can I take a picture?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it snowballs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we touched on it slightly. It says, how did you first get into modelling? So you met your photographer friend Mike.
I think he contacted me about a casting, and then I went to the casting for the Sunday Sport, and then the Sunday Sport published the image, and I've still got it because it's like the most prized image, and I've got 2 copies of the paper as well. And then he got me other little jobs, not as big as the Sport, but other little jobs on top of that as well.
But was there a kind of defining moment you went, yeah, this is what I really want to do now?
Yeah, because it's like the glamour, the hair, the makeup, the people you meet, like all the models are really nice. Like, apart from the odd one or two, I've never met someone who's horrible. It's like getting up in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm going to London today to shoot. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. But also being a fellow Rugbeian though, do you think living in the Midlands is quite a nice, well, probably a better place to live rather than London? Do you think it's kind of easier?
In terms of like transport, it's kind of better because you're never in the London town centre, and you can always come home and be like, oh, switch off.
In the countryside.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. But in terms of people around you, I think it's quite difficult because sometimes people have got like a small town mentality where they don't understand.
Well, Rugby's still quite a small market town, isn't it? So I think when like yourself, you run off to the bright lights, I think some people find that a little bit of what are you doing? Yeah. Get a proper job.
Yeah.
But actually you do.
Yeah, I do.
You've got to be disciplined.
Yeah.
At you. So, who else have you worked for? Because you did say Daily Sport, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or Sunday Sport. Sorry, Sunday Sport.
Yeah. Zoo and Nuts. I've never been an FHM, unfortunately, which is what I wanted to do, but that closed down. I've been in like a few magazine publications as well, like just like local magazines or like bike magazines, and I've been on an American website as well. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Pin-Up Girls or something like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's good.
So you've got quite a good. Built up a really big portfolio.
Yeah, like sometimes from the syndications I'll still get an email saying you've got £50 from this image or something. Yeah, still from like 4 years ago. So,
my gosh, right. So I've put, as I know because I follow you on so much social media, through your modelling you've actually travelled quite a bit, haven't you? So do you want to just tell me where you've been so far?
I have been to, well, I've just come back from Cannes.
Yes. So I do want to talk about Cannes, yes.
I've also went to Dubai. That wasn't necessarily through modelling, but I do think that put me in really good stead to go to Dubai. Spain, obviously Mallorca, Spain, quite a few places.
When you go to these places when you're modelling, do they kind of go, right, okay, we've got like a 2-day shoot, but we're going to send you for like a week?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So everything is like all expenses paid?
Yeah, basically. We're all in a villa.
I love your idea. So, okay, so you've been doing quite a bit of travelling and everything through work, but what was your best location that you worked in?
Cannes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back to Cannes. Hold on. So, Okay, so you've done a lot of modelling and you've done lots of promo and events. I know that, but have you got like a 5-year plan? Is there? Are you kind of on this route to other things?
I think there will always be modelling and promo and that kind of diverse career part of me that will never go. But for me now, I'm going to kind of focus more towards like business or something, and like get educated in a better sector. I'm not saying that modelling's not better, but it's not a permanent solution.
Do you think there's a time limit for people?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, so there's definitely a cut-off point for models, and that's it.
I think it's like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
You've got it. So you basically say within 5 years of you kind of starting, you've got to really kind of make it and
and then find out what you use that to like elevate you into something that you actually want to do.
Something else.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so let's get to Cannes. Okay, so you went to Cannes for the film festival last month.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're just going to have to tell me what happened. So you went there for work, was it?
Yeah, for a vodka company. I was working for 1 day and I was meant to go for 4 days. I ended up being there for 10. 10 days.
So, so you were there for 1 day. Well, working for 1 day, staying there for 4, and you stayed for 10 days. That's absolutely crazy. So what did you get up to then?
We were on yachts with supermodels. We were rubbing the shoulders with like Harry Potter movie stars. We were in the Ritz-Carlton drinking mojitos. It was great.
Did you manage to get into any of the pavilions though? Because I know you need accreditation to get into those.
Yeah.
Did you manage to get in?
Do you know what? I wasn't too bothered about that. I just loved the atmosphere, you know, walking down Le Croisette and like seeing all the lights. I was more interested in that, and then obviously when there was a screening on as well, there's the red carpet, so you see that and you get the atmosphere and you get the buzz.
It's so crowded with the photographers, isn't it there?
It's a joke as well. Like sometimes we were like, I'm not even going to bother doing it.
Did you not think about like donning on a dress and think, oh, I'm just gonna wing it?
I did actually get invited down the red carpet, but I was like, yeah, I should have done it. But
you should have gone.
I know, but I was scared. I was like, no,
straight in the
there were people there like, who does she think she is on the red carpet? But yeah, we went to like screenings of a movie as well, which was good. It was like a little French movie, so I didn't really understand it. But about two French lovers. But it was good to just get because obviously I went there for the party, but there's actually a purpose for the film festival, and it's good to understand it and like.
But then that's where a lot of people do their networking, though, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, they go to the clubs and the bars.
Yeah.
They go to the screenings, and then it has like a knock-on effect, and the people are there to network. You know, there's a lot of people that I'm sure that are kind of like hangers on or whatever, just kind of there for the good time. But it is a really good place to network.
Definitely. I'd definitely go next year again. And because I know from this year what to expect, I'll be able to focus more and have a better outcome, hopefully.
Yeah. And maybe do you think you'd be a little bit more prepared?
Yeah.
Kind of
outfit-wise, right outfits
just in case.
Not on point. I was like, what is going on, Rocha?
Well, you say that. I saw some of your outfits on Instagram. They're beautiful.
But like you need to go like full dress, full gown, hair, everything, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, fab. Okay, cool. So, so you mentioned that you met a couple of the Harry Potter stars over there. But can you tell me, was there anyone famous you can actually kind of tell me who you met?
We met this guy called Sean, but I can't remember his last name, and we were talking to him, and then he was like, I've been in this movie, blah, 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 and we were just all like, you know how when you speak to someone, you're like, oh, whatever, he's lying. But then we actually like went on IMDb, and he was on there. Yeah, he was actually on there. Lying. And I was like, oh my god, girls, he's on there, he's not lying. So yeah, there was someone called Sean something.
I think that's the problem when you go to some of these places, because there are so many people that, which fair enough, they're kind of bigging themselves up, aren't they? But I think you've got to be, at these places, they are fantastic to go to and they're great for networking, but I think you've also got to play it safe, haven't you?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can't go in there naive, you have to be a strong-headed woman.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so, as a working model, swanning off all over here, there and everywhere, what is your kind of typical working day? So what time would you realistically wake up for a shoot?
Oh, well, it depends where it is and obviously what I've got to prepare, because obviously the best shoots is when they're like hair and makeup, you don't need to come worried or bother.
Yeah.
Because when you get there, you look like
done.
you look like a different person by the end. But other than that, like if it's in London, for example, I have to be there for like, say, they don't normally start too early because obviously they need to prepare themselves.
Yeah.
So it's normally like 10. So I leave here at about 8.
That's not too bad, is
Yeah,
it? And it's quite, well, we're lucky because we're so central, really.
Yeah.
So where we are in the Midlands, in good old Rugby, you can get, I think the quick train is something like 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's an hour, I think, to central London.
Yeah, so it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, right, okay, and what's the other question that I have here? Right, oh, beauty regime, come on.
Oh, yeah.
What, do you have one?
have, do you know those Clarisonic brushes? Have you ever seen them?
Oh, yeah.
I have those, and I always exfoliate my skin. My skin's quite bad at the minute, because I think I've just come back off holiday, and you know, like the stress and the sun and going from different climates. But I always try to exfoliate my face unless I'm too drunk, then I don't bother. So I'm like, oh.
You don't overindulge.
No, I don't get drunk ever.
Okay, so I think we were talking earlier, but there's obviously a lot of contacts that you make yourself, like going to lots of different events and networking as well, and kind of are you quite, when you go to places, are you quite determined, like I'm going to go and speak to that person because I know that they know someone, you know, they know someone, and
yeah, definitely. Yeah. At Cannes, definitely. Like whenever we were in the Ritz-Carlton, we just used to sit there, me and my 2 friends, and we just used to be like, let's go and touch that person. Yeah. He looks interesting. She looks good. And then, you'd wait and people would come over to you.
Yeah. So
yeah, it is really good. I do network.
That's good. Yeah, it's really important. I suppose as well that you've also got to promote yourself all the time, haven't you? Because no one else is going to do it. You've got to be really
and
focused.
I always say this to everyone: you never know who is who, or what they do, or what they know. Or anything, or who they can put you in touch with, so always be on your best behaviour.
Good advice. Okay, so as we know, social media is absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many different platforms of social media. So you've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think the list goes on. Yeah. Do you think that has played a really big part in your career? Because back in my day, we never really had.
Back in
my day. Well, a little bit older than you.
No, younger.
We didn't really have these platforms, so everything we did, it was all like, you know, posting, and then kind of emails came, and then it was like emailing your pictures and stuff. But now everything is so readily available. It's like, check out this picture. Oh yeah, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook.
I think it's helped me personally in my career as a model, but I don't think it's helped the modelling industry, because like Nuts, Zoo, FHM, Loaded, all of those magazines that were like integral to the industry have just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose in some ways, if you look on it, particularly Instagram, you can almost, you can almost be a completely different person, can't you?
Yeah,
you can kind of put pictures out there that you don't really have to kind of get published.
No.
And, so
you could just have a professional camera and get some more right images and just put them on Instagram.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to do anything else. That's literally it.
Yeah, which a lot of people do. So, I mean, which platforms do you use? Do you find the most useful?
Twitter, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I get like a lot of direct messages on Twitter about work and things like that. Yeah, but I've got the most followers on Twitter.
Have you?
Yeah, but I think that was through Paul Heyman from America. He really pushed me to do some modelling for him, and I got published.
Is he a photographer out there then?
No. He's a WWE. Paul Heyman. Yeah, he like runs it all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I was on the Super Bowl in America because of him in the break. I was on the big screens in the Super Bowl because of him.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that is like one of my like achievements.
Yeah.
Because like Beyonce and everyone's there, so they would have seen it if they were looking up. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so what would you actually say to kind of up and coming models?
I'd just say if you don't get a job, don't beat yourself up about it, and always network and always approach people and be a likeable person. That's the best that you can do.
Oh, cool. Okay. your next project, what is that going to be? What have you got planned?
I'm looking at the minute, I don't know, maybe to go to Singapore.
Singapore?
Yeah, to work in the casino over there.
Oh my goodness.
That's a 3-month contract.
Yeah, to be away for 3 months.
Yeah.
I bet you miss your family when you're away for
Yeah, yeah, that's the only thing that is not a very nice thing.
Yeah. But then saying that though, again, like you say, you don't know who you're going to meet.
Yeah.
And
it's only 3 months.
It's 3 months out of,
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, do you think you'll just kind of, obviously working in the casinos, but do you think you'll try and do some modelling over there and maybe get in touch with model agencies, or are you just going to kind of focus on that?
Yeah, well, in Dubai I did some modelling. The pictures haven't gone anywhere. But I always like to keep on top of it, because I think if you're not in front of the camera, if a year later you just put in front of the camera, you're a bit like, oh. Whereas if you just keep on top of it, even if it's like once every 6 months, you're used to it.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, Rocha, there's one last question. I put, would you consider acting in the future?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. What would you like to do? Comedy?
I'd like to be an evil person.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like to be a baddie.
Oh.
I think I'd be a good baddie.
Yeah. Right, Rocha, thank you so much for letting me pick your brains today, and let me delve into your very glamorous lifestyle.
Anytime.
Aww.